The Netherlands built large-scale housing neighborhoods on the 1970s and 1980s, which takes up to 27% of the current Dutch housing stock, and it was dominated by the Bloemkoolwijken. It is a neighborhood for families with children, which is located just outside the city center. The neighborhood is surrounded by a large area of public greenery and water. The air quality is clean and free from vehicle emission, as car access is restricted and only pedestrian and cyclists is allowed inside the residential area. The house has a spacious interior space and a private backyard that is connected to a communal space where neighbors could socialize and the kids could play together safely in a large outdoor space area. It was an ideal living condition with a balance between private and collective. But this condition did not last as the inhabitants slowly became an aging population and their children left the village. The average four-person household shrunk into a two-person household. The collective space was left empty without any clear program and not maintained. Some of the residents then decided to extend their private garden and took the vacant collective area. Individualism was rising, and so was the loneliness. There are no shops, no social interaction, only a feeling of loneliness inside the countless mass produced residential area. In 2020, COVID-19 forced people to work remotely from their home. As people are no longer limited by commuting distance, affordable space outside the city center has become attractive. More space to work in and around the house, proximity to green, and contact with neighbors have become increasingly appreciated value. The idea of collectivity from the 70s, proposed by Bloemkoolwijken, seems to be relevant again. Then, a redevelopment program to bring back the neighborhood's collectivity was initiated by the planning community with the support of a digital platform. First, they list vacant housing stock owned by the municipality and housing corporation to be developed and ready for new residents. While the redevelopment program is not forced on private owners, some owners could opt to participate in the planning process and make their house into multi-family housing. Owner-occupant could stay in other redeveloped housing during the construction process. The current and prospective inhabitant could choose several financing programs to rent or buy a house. The municipality also mapped empty collective spaces and undeveloped plots to be developed further. The inhabitants then fought for additional programs that could be added to their collective spaces through the platform. The platform has become a collaboration tool between multiple stakeholders, such as inhabitants, house owners, housing corporation, municipality, designers, and planning community to organize the development process. The new neighborhood is now full of activity with its original density and collectivity. The inhabitants shared space, care for elderly and children, skill and expertise, and time to maintain the collective spaces. Car sharing and bus is the main transportation system of the neighborhood. Therefore, parking spaces are now available for other social functions such as communal working space, shops, bar, educational center, or creative space. The redevelopment program did not stop here. The density of the neighborhood continues to be increased to embrace its collectivity. By multiplying the floor area ratio of the neighborhood, it opened up space to a new type of collective activity. Gym room on the ground floor, garden on the fourth floor, study space on the sixth floor, or barbecue party on the rooftop. It is all possible at the expense of smaller personal space.